Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered what it would be like to live up there? Well, for most of us, that's just a daydream. But for the ultra-rich, it's becoming a very real and very expensive retirement plan. Today, we're diving deep into how the wealthiest people on our planet are planning their grand exit from Earth. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the new space race, and the tickets are astronomical. It all started with a shift in perspective. For decades, space exploration was the domain of governments like NASA and Roscosmos. But then, a new breed of billionaire entrepreneurs entered the scene. Figures like Elon Musk with SpaceX, Jeff Bezos with Blue Origin, and Richard Branson with Virgin Galactic didn't just want to visit space. They wanted to open it up for business, and eventually, for living. Let's start with the most famous name in the game, Elon Musk. His company, SpaceX, has a mission that's as ambitious as it gets, making humanity a multiplanetary species. Musk has been very clear that he sees Mars as our backup drive. His ultimate vision is a self-sustaining city of 1 million people on the red planet. How does he plan to get them there? With Starship, the colossal, fully reusable rocket currently being tested in Texas, the idea is to build a fleet of these rockets, creating a Mars colonial transporter system. Each Starship could theoretically carry around 100 people. The cost, Musk has said he wants to eventually get the ticket price down to the median price of a house in the US, maybe a couple $100,000. Still a lot, but a far cry from the multi-million-dollar seats on government missions. He's not just building the bus. He's planning the entire city, thinking about everything from generating power with solar panels to growing food in underground hydroponic farms. It's a breathtakingly complete vision. Then we have Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin. If Musk is focused on Mars, Bezos has his sights set a little closer to home. His famous motto is Gratitude Ferociter, which means step by step, ferociously. Blue Origin's vision is less about escaping a doomed Earth and more about moving heavy industry off-planet to preserve our home. Bezos envisions millions of people living and working in space, not on a dusty planet, but in massive, rotating habitats known as O'Neill cylinders. These are enormous, spinning structures that would create artificial gravity through centrifugal force, allowing for Earth-like environments inside. Imagine parks, neighborhoods, and farms, all floating in orbit, with a constant, perfect climate. Blue Origin is developing its new Glenn rocket as the heavy lift vehicle needed to haul the materials for these ambitious projects into orbit. For Bezos, it's not about leaving Earth behind, but about expanding humanity's domain into the solar system to save it. And let's not forget Richard Branson and Virgin Galactic. Their approach is a bit different. They're not building cities on Mars or habitats in orbit just yet. Virgin Galactic is focused on the here and now of space travel. Space tourism. They offer suborbital flights that take passengers to the edge of space, allowing them to experience a few minutes of weightlessness and see the curvature of the Earth. It's the ultimate luxury experience, with tickets costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. While it might seem like just a joyride for the wealthy, it's a crucial first step. It normalizes the idea of private citizens going to space and helps fund the research and development that will lead to more advanced, long-duration stays. It's the luxury gateway drug to off-world living. So, the rockets are being built, but what would life actually be like for these space pioneers? It's not going to be a walk in the park. On Mars, for example, colonists would live in pressurized habitats, likely underground or 3D printed from Martian soil to protect them from the thin atmosphere and intense radiation. Every resource would need to be recycled, from water to air. Their jobs would be focused on survival and expansion. Geologists searching for resources, engineers maintaining life support systems, and botanists managing food production. It would be a challenging, highly structured life, driven by a common purpose. In Bezos's O'Neill cylinders, life might feel more familiar. With artificial gravity, a controlled climate, and vast interior landscapes, you could almost forget you're in space, but you'd be living in a completely artificial, enclosed ecosystem. Your view wouldn't be a natural sky, but the other side of the cylinder curving up and over you. It would be a marvel of engineering, but a profound psychological shift from life on an open planet. Of course, this whole endeavor raises some massive ethical questions. Is it right for the ultra-rich to develop an escape plan while the rest of humanity faces challenges like climate change here on Earth? Critics argue that this money could be better spent solving problems at home. Proponents, however, argue that the technology developed for space exploration often has incredible benefits back on Earth. Think GPS, medical imaging, water purification systems. Many of these came from the space program. They believe that pushing the boundaries of what's possible is essential for our species' long-term survival and progress. Furthermore, who gets to go? Initially, it will undoubtedly be the billionaires themselves and the brilliant scientists and engineers they employ. But as the infrastructure grows, who decides who else gets a ticket? Will there be a lottery? Will citizenship be sold to the highest bidder? These are questions that we, as a society, need to start discussing now, before the first ships leave. The idea of a spacefaring class and an earthbound class is a dystopian scenario we must actively work to avoid. The dream of leaving Earth is as old as humanity itself. For the first time in history, it's becoming a tangible reality, driven by the immense wealth and vision of a handful of individuals. Whether it's Musk's Martian city, Bezos's orbital paradise, or Branson's tourist flights, the message is clear. Humanity's future isn't just on Earth. This isn't just about escaping. It's about expanding, exploring, and becoming something more. The next few decades will be absolutely critical in shaping this new chapter of human history. What do you think? Is this the next logical step for humanity, or a dangerous distraction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your perspective on this. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on our cosmic future. See you in the next one.